Welcome, mortals, to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your gods of war, Jonathan Arson, along with Mario and Daniel Gutierrez.
Greetings, mortals, and welcome to another gathering of the Fantasy Football War Council. I am your host, Jonathan, here to guide you through the chaos. And as always, standing beside me are two gods of war, the brothers Grimm themselves, Daniel and Mario. Gentlemen, the curse is back, full-fledged. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sure is.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
It was inevitable this week, though, because two of us faced each other, so
Yeah, someone's going to lose in
can't
that
have a
battle,
clean sweep,
but-
right?
It might-
Yeah.
My team has no idea who they are. I'm at the bottom. I'm at the top. I'm at the top. I'm at the bottom. I'm scoring everywhere, and they don't know.
Right? It's like Banished one. Got an award for Conqueror of the Week this week. I don't
Yeah.
know who I am.
Not volatile at all. Totally predictable. We're all good.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
have
scored
upset
like 70
fantasy
points
gods.
more than, or no, let's see, what is it? 50 points more this week than I did last week.
Oh,
You,
It's week by
you.
week like that, right? It's like,
You were the one playing. You were the lowest score playing, or you were like the second guy playing first guy, or
yeah.
you just got the luck of playing somebody just above you, and now
Yeah.
you're playing the guy below you. Look at
Yeah.
you.
It's happened twice, but last week I lost to Ray pretty handily, and it's like,
Well, that's Ray.
if
That's
my
a
team
solid
just
team.
performed
Yeah.
as they normally would, I would have just destroyed this. But
Look at see. I'm looking at this week. Where this week you had look how many teams are not only over 200, but they're all grouped right at the 240s, 250, 260 number.
mhm.
Where that's like a high number, and you've got six teams sitting there. It was a big week. So anyway, today we have news and we have our 7 battles.
Speaking
bad
of big news,
Oh yeah.
Joe Burrow is practicing with the first team and is expected to play on Thanksgiving.
See, this is good and bad because if you're a Flacco owner and you just lost Mayfield, you're like, hey, I needed my backup quarterback this week, and then he died too. So
in addition, Flacco was also practicing with the first team.
I like that. See, I like that. Just in case, right?
So yeah, we could be fine, or he could get us a big old zero. Thank goodness for those auto subs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I should have held on to Jacoby Brissett just a little longer before I dropped him. When they were like, Kyler Murray's practicing the first team, he's going to start next week, I dropped Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
Kyler
we
went to
all have
IR.
names. I think we all have names this year that we've dropped. Daniel, you and me both share a name we've both dropped. But like,
Yeah,
I think we have a
switching
few
to-
too many names this year
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
it's the Chuba Hubbard effect of last year.
This year's been a roller coaster. That is it's the roller
it definitely
coaster year.
has.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's up there on the Chinese calendar.
I just can't. I
What,
just don't
year of
understand with
chaos?
all of the downs how it's going to ever get back up. That's the problem.
Mm.
I feel like the ups
Thinking
are
is the
smaller
one
and
who
the downs
won.
are consistent.
Yeah, you're the one who won this week. You shouldn't be talking about the downs.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
riding that
All
up.
right. Well, this is an up. Yeah, that's an up.
So speaking of downs, though, is Alvin Kamara still dealing with a sprained MCL?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's opening up opportunities. So.
Devin Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're supposed to have this really epic running back class, and you get to learn just how stuck in their ways some of the coaching staff are. You're like, oh, look at you, sticking with the veteran. But how is everything sounding from rookie camp and everything? Oh, sounds good. Yeah, still sticking with the veteran. It's cool. It's cool. Now, Alvin Kamara is a hell of a running back, but I mean, when you got someone that age, you might just at least want to spell him a little bit.
Spell
I know
him and use his knowledge, right? Have him
I-
teaching that young buck.
it's better for fantasy if we stick to just one, and then the backup takes over fully. Also, not that bright for coaching to do that, but who am I to say?
Mm. Well, we are always open for coaching opportunities as the War Council. We always our resume is out there. We want to do this. Totally. Yeah. Don Tavian Wicks, Jaden Reed, and Matthew Golden, all limited. Matt LaFleur was right. There is no wide receiver one on this team. No, there is not. And Jordan Love's 8 point something points this weekend very much showed that. And we're higher than most leagues, so he's probably only like 2 point something.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Tucker
bad.
Kraft was the number one.
Dude, what a week for QB totals.
Yeah.
Dude.
Some brutal ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I mean, Lamar was single digits. I mean, Baker Mayfield left with the injury, but he was single digits.
Yeah.
I mean,
even Josh Allen barely made double digits. Barely. Yeah, it was a rough week. But, most people were going through it. Unless they had freaking Stafford or I don't know. Who else?
Williams. Stafford Williams.
Yeah, that's right. Caleb.
Lawrence actually hit double digits, so there's that.
Oh, well, that's why everything went to shit.
He's been pretty consistently double digits, just low double digits.
Low. Yeah.
Low. Like post 20 to 25 is his range with a spike of 30 typically, but with a low of like 12. So
yeah. I was gonna say they get those really low in that single.
Yeah, it's like do 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 do. All right. Yeah, that's exactly. Do 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 do.
Speaking of low,
Chip Kelly fired by the Raiders. He is the first scapegoat to go, but they need to clean house. They need to fire everyone.
Yeah.
I've been saving that for a while. I had to pull it up on the file. I had to open the folder for that one. Yeah.
I even give John Spytek 1 year because of after the draft, you're like, okay, did everyone you draft suck except for Genty, who's supposed to be foolproof, or are the coaches really, really that bad at utilizing their talent?
Coaching.
I don't think it's Spytek personally. You look at the players that they took
got
over the
a
last
hell of a
2
resume.
years,
Yeah,
and they are hits if utilized how they should be.
Yeah, but Kelly,
he's new. Spytek's new.
Yeah, Kelly's so bad though. Like
Spytek came in this year. And
this year, I thought he was there last year.
Nope, he came in this year. He was part of the whole thing and setting up for Pete Carroll to come in. So, yeah, it was
again another dumb thing to do. Like,
so I give him 1 year, and I mean, he's gonna be on that plank if he were my GM. I'm like, look, man, we had turned shit around. And I'm going to give you 1 more year because your resume is what it is. You're highly respected around the league. And yeah, you got 1 year to prove yourself and turn this shit around.
And get new coaches.
Yeah.
What's that?
Get new coaches.
Yeah, he's got to get new coaches in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's an extremely aggressive executive, and so knowing that,
he's not bad though.
No. He's the type. He's what Jerry Jones thinks of himself as in his fantasy world.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah, he's
Actually,
very
no.
aggressive, and most of his stuff hits because it's backed up with
It's
analytics.
what Jerry sees in the mirror in his head.
Yeah, he's like, I just know shit, and this guy's like, because I ran the reports, and Jerry's like, forget that shit.
Yeah.
I listened to that ESPN.
Yeah, yeah. People tell me I have a sixth sense.
That's right.
It's that ESPN.
Yeah. I think Shula is going to be the big hiring candidate, defensive coordinator for the Rams this year.
Oh,
He's
really?
going to go. He's going to go somewhere. I think he's going to be the coveted one, even though he's defense.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
another. So Bills sign.
Brandon Cooks.
12-year veteran. Got another
So
team.
this is just after they elevated Gabe Davis and sat Keon Coleman. I think they finally figured out what we've been telling them for the past 2 years.
They need wide receiver help.
The type
Somebody
of
to be
wide
able to
receiver they need.
stretch the field.
Yeah. So I'd even say, especially with Kincaid out right now, put 2 on the outside and give Josh Allen some space. Lord knows he needed it this past week.
Yes, he did. God, what was he like? 8 sacks? God, it was 6, 8
8
sacks. Yeah, 8 sacks.
sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a rough
Rough.
day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, speaking of sadness, Baker Mayfield exits the game with a shoulder sprain. He had an MRI yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and it was it was said to be a low grade shoulder sprain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Hurt like
hope.
hell though.
Yeah, it sure looked like it too.
Yeah, you could tell it hurt like hell.
There's some optimism for a return this next week versus Arizona, but if not, Bridgewater will be under center. So, wah, wah, wah.
I put him in the bullpen.
Bridgewater.
Yeah. All
Bridgewater
right.
did not look good.
No, he did not. No, he did not. He's he's a good
Well,
teacher.
he's still got PTSD from being behind that last year's New England line.
They're so much better this year. This year though.
You know, they got something to play for.
No, Drake May made them look really much better last year, and this year, Drake May is a very talented individual.
Mhm.
That's what it comes
Drake
down
May,
to.
Drake May.
They
Drake
also
May.
added to that offensive line, so it is a better line. But
I think
a lot of those are new additions.
I have something on Drake May in this next segment here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So brother
Roll it.
versus brother, host versus host, ego versus ego. Only one could walk away as the victorious voice of the podcast. And tonight, the winner is Apache Gorillas. Daniel reigns supreme. Final score 255.92 to 241.96. A 13.96 point victory in an absolute shootout. Daniel came in swinging like he was tired of petting the bottom feeders. Matthew Stafford unleashed 28.92, torching the Bucks on Sunday night. So glad I did not go to that. Kenneth Walker added
Oh,
16.3, but the real Thanksgiving feast came early, courtesy of Jackson Smith and Jigba, 38.2, Travis Etienne, 22.6. Everyone on Daniel's roster showed up hungry. No weak links, no mercy, no excuses. At 255, he was the second highest scoring team this week. And of course, he just so happened to face the fourth highest. And Mario. Mario, the curse continues, apparently. I mean, only one could win out of this battle.
yes.
241 points, though. That's quite an amazing, heroic effort. Wasted. Let's honor the fallen. Drake May. Drake May. Drake May. Drake May did 15.96. Drake May. Kyle Monungai. Kyle Monungai looked like a stud, but a thief because he was out there stealing touches and touchdowns. He was a fantasy burglar.
Earned.
We're going to call him the fantasy burglar. Oh, absolutely. 14.7. Awesome. Brock Bowers delivering 16 points, doing his thing. Kareem Hunt just turning the clock back because, I don't know how the hell he pulled that one off. 28.5. Yeah, he looked pretty good out there. And congratulations on the pickup. Miles Garrett, you just grabbed like the 1 in 5 chance that he actually did something. 32 points, a fantastic pickup. He'll do nothing next week. Good luck with that. But when you
Matchups.
yeah. When you face a nuclear score, even your heroes get wiped off the map. Mario didn't play bad, but Mario didn't he didn't mismanage his lineup. He just happened to play Daniel, and Daniel finally passed the family curse to someone else. This is exactly how Daniel started the season. High scores, high hopes, and high losses. But now you hand it to your brother, so you've inherited the plague. Congratulations. Congrats, Daniel. You walk into the family room held high, and because you beat your brother. Clash of hosts. Thankfully, not in a Cain and Abel way, but
Yeah.
definitely close enough that someone's going to need divine intervention. So, Studley, man, I thought like high matchups right there, like because there's nothing wrong. It's like you did everything you can.
And I even got those. I haven't been hitting the waiver wire as much with all the stuff going on in my life, and I got 2 pretty darn good pickups there.
I'd say you did, yeah. Miles Garrett, like he was
And
dropped
Hunt.
because and Hunt was a solid. See, like I was sitting there scanning them, and at one point I thought you had them, but because I go through them and I get whoever gets the highest one, but
Yeah.
it got wiped out. They got wiped out by other ones. That's like there was some pretty good waivers this week. People were on it
Yes.
this week, so
Yeah.
every week, man.
Playoffs are coming.
Yeah, people are preparing. You can see it. You can see the preparation happening.
Getting
Indeed.
so close. Just looking at that, I'm in 9th now. Scratching at the playoffs. Get Bucky back.
Bucky.
All right. In the cold expanses beyond mortal understanding, for the past, far past the last campfire, past the final constellation, past even the commissioner's patience, there drifts a battalion forged of ice and desperation, the Kuiper Belt soldiers. Across the void rises a warlord bathed in divine fury, bane of projections, breaker of underperforming tight ends,
Yeah.
Verithragna's vengeance. And upon the astral gridiron they clashed. Final tally, Kuiper Belt soldiers 181.17, Verithragna's vengeance 186.97, a margin so narrow, 5.8 points, that the cosmos itself whispered, "Bro, tragic." Let us first sing the valiant yet doomed Kuiper Belt soldiers, warriors who fought with brilliance, grit, and just enough poor line decisions to make the gods shake their heads. Emmanuel Wilson rampaged with 35.1 points for backup quarterback or running back, 28 carries, leaving craters where defenders once stood. Barrett Carter brought 24 points. And Lassiter's 18, Swishinger, like we talked about, John, 18, and Landman Stoic 14. A constellation of IDP blazing defiantly. But
Landman's been
the
awesome this year.
those are all IDP except for
Yeah.
Swishinger. He's only been good the last 3 weeks. Asshole.
Yeah.
But the winds of fate are cruel. Purdy hurled 3 interceptions, sending hopes spiraling into the black abyss. That is -6 in this league. That would have given him the lead by zero point 0.2 points. Jefferson and Higgins, usually celestial flames, flickered to a mere 7.8 and 6.1. And
Ooh.
Barner, bless his heart, combined contributed with 5.3 points, which is technically a fantasy football score number. Yet the true dagger, Sam Darnold, exiled to the bench like a forgotten moon, detonated with 25.86 points. And so, with dignity and heartbreak intertwined, the soldiers claimed this week's Spartan Shield, and the honor
Oh,
bestowed upon the most valiant loser
they
across the league.
they do not. I forgot. I tried to wipe that out and I forgot. I missed one spot in your speech. I'm sorry. There's another team that won that this week.
Ooh, my bad.
Yeah. That was my fault. I typed it in there. So.
Well, it tells you how close these were. Now
Mm-hmm.
the Conqueror, Bijan Robinson, carved up the Saints for 22 points. Puka Nakua, 15.7. Javante Williams surged for 17.6. But the true Warhammer was the Los Angeles Rams defense, unleashing 39.95 points with a fury that absolutely erased our Buccaneers from
Yeah.
existence this week, and Baker Mayfield from the field. Blake Cashman delivered 24 points, Drake Thomas 18, and the rest of the vengeance marched in lockstep, a legion of inevitability. Even their kicker scored 1 point, yet didn't matter. Still took home the W. Thus ends another tale in the great saga. Kuiper Belt soldiers, good luck for next week. Farathragna's vengeance, we're coming for you.
Mm. I'm sorry, Jose. I feel like this is my fault because we had this talk in the pick'em last week, and whenever I pick him, he loses, and then when I go against him, he wins.
Wins.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Jose. I'm gonna stop picking your name because I want to see you win.
I don't think you're the only one. I think that's been the trend for me as well. He's got
Yeah.
a strong team. I don't see it not winning, but it
Mm-hmm.
keeps not winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
It's
I select it, yeah.
I feel a little boomerish going like these are some great names right here, and then they're like, "Oh, didn't you know they're retired?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Some
Boomer
rough,
adjacent.
some boomer
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah. All right. Well, in this next battle
No,
of the Bulge versus the Sand Teepees,
no, no.
saving Ryan's privates planted their obelisk in Plague of Anubis's chest, driving John into a week of banishment while claiming his prize for the biggest massacre of the week. It's a lot easier to earn biggest massacre when you go against the lowest score of the week. That's
It's his
right.
superpower, by the way.
What's that?
That's his superpower, by the way. I'll get to that.
Yeah, it sure is. Uh, man. Yeah, John will be licking his wounds from the underworld, banished and bruised and plotting for the return to be victorious. Owners know. Oh, however, this beating, as bad as it was, could have been a great deal worse. All Josh Allen owners know what I mean. After putting up almost 60 fantasy points last week, he pulled a disappearing act with only 10.12 points. Or at least he wishes he were invisible, because the Houston Texans found him in the backfield a total of 8 times in a performance so brutal that viewership should have been flagged as a trigger warning for David Carr and Andrew Luck. You'll
Hmm.
find them in a meeting this week. So, John's QB must have done a lot better closing this vast point deficit, right? No. Sadly, this wasn't the case. Baker Mayfield put up a paltry 3.34 points before going out with a low-grade shoulder sprain. Baker wasn't the only one on John's team to fall apart. Impressively, Plague of Anubis only had one player meet or beat their projection, while Saving Ryan's Privates came to battle. Plague of Anubis said, "Hold my beer," and kicked their own ass instead.
Mhm.
They underperformed by almost 74 points to continue the curse of only one podcast host winning per week. The right sacrifice must be selected to break this curse. Someone call Peyton Manning and walk us through the process.
I'm picturing the liar liar scene where
Yes,
beating
exactly.
himself up in the bathroom. Do you mind? I'm kicking my own ass. Yeah, all you could do is set your lineup. I did the best possible thing I could. There was nothing I could have changed to make it better. I said it before I went to Disneyland. I didn't look at my phone. At the first point, I was like, hey, I got high hopes. It had me at 52% projection to beat your uncle. And I thought, today's going to be a good day. I didn't look at my phone all day long. When I got home from Disneyland, I looked at my phone and said, fuck this shit. And I put my phone down. That was it. That was
Darn
it.
it.
So,
That was just your wife rubbing off on you from last week.
dude. And
You stay
speaking of
clear,
her,
man. Don't
we
come
were
over
at
here.
the Manhattan Steamroller concert last night in Long Beach, and she got chopped. So I didn't even wait for the game to be over. I wanted to chop her. So I chopped her. It was like
I was
seven
like,
thirty.
damn, yeah.
It was like 7:30. I'm like, you have no chance. You're gone. Happened to intermission. It was awesome.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw her
hey,
message.
welcome to the
Where did
club.
I go? Where's my team?
Yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. So. Yeah, that's a rough game. That's a rough game. All right. Well, moving on. Moving on. Where the weak were exposed, the strong tighten the restraints, and the owls apparently don't watch where they're flying. This week, owl formation swooped into the temple and immediately smacked the door frame like a drunken pigeon. The final score was 198.31 to 124.31, a 65-point decimation or desecration, whatever hurts more. After the collision, Allen was last seen being carted into the blue medical tent. No one knows what happened inside there, but based on the final score, Rob definitely finished the exam. Rob's Dungeon Master, 189.31, 2 weeks in a row of just pure domination. This guy has had two people just get into the blue tent on their own. They just, like, who can make it any fucking easier? So the enforcers, Bryce Young, actually, 11.56. He played a lot better than his stat line. I watched the game. He actually looked pretty good. But Trey Henderson, 15.2. Solid, reliable, slightly sadistic. Amon Ra, Sun God, 30.4. Just brought divine fury and radiant aftercare. Trey McBride, 24.4, looking like a top three tight end. And Tyrone Tracy, 21.5, carrying the Giants offense on his back. And Matt Gay, the newest San Francisco Gay, fabulous. He only 10 points, but hey, first game with the San Francisco, so he did well. Lions defense, 20 points. Clawed their way to dominance. Jared Verse finally have a good game, 15 points, and Aziz Al Shahir, 16 points. Bruisers doing their dirty work. Rob didn't just win, though. He did things the Geneva Convention would object to. Allen, the crumpled owl, 124 points. For the second straight week, someone walked willingly into Rob's dungeon. Allen didn't just lose, he laid himself down on the rack like a returning customer. Jordan Love, 8.6. We talked about this. The flat, fell flat part. Kyron Williams, 9.5. CD Lamb put up 10 points. That was his bright spot. Well, I'd say Michael Pittman was his bright spot at 11.2. Beyond that, everything else was just downhill. Uh, Mark Andrews, 4 points. At least he tried. And trapped, gagged, and forgotten. Stefan Diggs had 3.5. So this was just a collapse of mythic proportions. Allen is lucky that I scored the way I did because he could have been in the pit. Congratulations, Rob. 2 weeks in a row, people have just lain down in front of you. That's pretty damn lucky. What is it with Robs in this league and just facing pathetic people in front of them? Because, back to your uncle. Your uncle continues to just play the low score every week. It's like fucking magic to him. And, anybody, like, it could be like 8-1, and then they play your uncle, and it's like low score of the week. That just happened.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Definitely gonna have to look into that. But yeah, man,
I
what
bet
a
he's got voodoo
beatdown.
dolls on all of us. That's the thing. I think he's got voodoo dolls on all of us. But yes, congratulations, Rob. You got another beat down. And Alan, I don't know, fly a little lower next time. Avoid the door frame.
Man, this loss was generationally worse for Owls than DDT.
Yeah, let's see. Uncle Rob is the second lowest points against.
And Rob is the first one. He is the
Rob by like
lowest.
200 points.
Yes,
Holy
that's the point. He's
cow.
like 18. That's the thing.
Holy
How
cow.
is he not higher?
But
How
then
is he
Uncle
not
Rob's
higher?
like 100 points to the next one, which tells you how much even worse Robbie's is. Before you hit the crowd of scoring, he's 300 points under that for points against. Dang.
The two of them, I just don't get the magic that's going on for them.
Yeah, your wife did bring down the average quite a bit last week.
Oh yeah, sub 100. That was
that's rough.
epic proportions there.
I mean, first person to tie themselves down and say, "Okay, I'm done."
There is no safe word. All right. In our next battle, two clans met upon the sacred field. On one side, draped in jaguar pelts and unwavering swagger, I am an Aztec warrior, standing mightily with 192.66 points. Across the battlefield, hopeful and slightly overconfident, the Hail Marys, mustering 155.06 points, praying for miracles and getting none. Let us.
None?
No, none for you.
Aha.
Let us speak first of the victors, for their triumph shook the temples. Jalen Hurts rose like a sun god reborn, unleashing 34.76 points, refusing to lose even as his real life team did. Brees Hall dazzled with 16.6, and Genty thundered for 26.2 points. It's like a 3-game average for him. And
behind that O line,
catching 8 and rampaging for 108 yards. Bates, the kicker, yes, the kicker. Kickers are people too. Contributed with 14 points. Meanwhile, the Ravens defense offered 22.8, imprisoning the Jets' hopes in a stone chamber from which none escape. Even the IDP phalanx held firm. Hamilton 16, Watt 14, all part of an empire in full bloom. And the blunders? None worthy to speak of. A nearly flawless battle plan. Across the field stood the Hail Marys, and brothers and sisters. It was rough. Caleb Williams fought valiantly with 27.96 with 3 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley offered 11.9. Kelsey gave 11.6. respectable, but hardly the divine thunder he once summoned. Then came the tragedies. Addison, 0.0, a ghost. Jameson Williams, 0.0. The only thing he caught was disappointment. But hope flickered. Hunter Henry exploded with 30 points, and Roquan Smith, 17. It was a Warriors effort. Yet the bench hid its own comedy. McManus, 15 points on the pine. Carolina's defense, 18.3, benched like a misunderstood prophet. And so the sun shone, glowed bright for the Aztec warrior, a decisive, resounding victory that restored balance to their season at 6-6. Meanwhile, the Hail Marys drift to 7-5, clutching their rosary of missed opportunities, muttering prayers to the waiver gods. Mixing it up in this middle back end in the
He's the only
roster.
one that's 6-6. Check that out. Everyone's either
Mhm.
7-5, 5-7, 4-8, 2-12, 2-10, 10-2. Ah, wow. Look at you go, balance. He's got some tone to him this time. I'm an
Yeah,
Aztec warrior.
he's beat me too many times this season for me to mock him, but hopefully that turns around at the end.
Yeah, right. Bucky.
Bucky.
Hope, hope.
He's
Got
been
a
doing
strong
well.
team. As long as Bucky comes back strong, we
Mm,
got a good shot at
Lo-
this.
long as he comes back.
Hmm.
yeah, good job, Martin. That's a good victory, especially over Ray. That makes you feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yes, it
Oh yeah.
does.
Went and
Great.
desecrated the churches with his Aztec valor.
Hmm.
I'm rubbing my butt on this. I'm rubbing my butt.
Making that pew live up to its name.
Yeah. I was just
All
watching
right.
Lego Batman. Joker runs
Oh.
in the back cave. I'm rubbing my butt on this. They're gonna have to rename this. I'm rubbing my butt on this.
So next we have the conqueror of the week. Hercules Huge Sock put up a week high 2.65.11 points to claim the
Jeez.
highest honor, conqueror of the week, securing the knowledge that any who challenged him would have fallen this week. Nevertheless, Jess did not make it easy. That's why a lot of us picked her for the week, but
Mm.
ah, she scored third highest, leading the one to yet another high scoring close loss. Hercules' huge sock stuck to his gun and gave it everything he had. This was his optimal lineup, with no points swimming astray. Even if the one had managed to summon all her bench points, they still would have fallen short of the big crusty sock. It wasn't all roses for Vince's team. David Njoku put up 0 points, while the rest of the team shouldered the load.
Jeez.
especially especially Jermaine Pratt, who rewarded Indy for pulling him out of the hellhole known as the Bengals organization.
Hmm.
He put in work. These weren't major points. This was 20 fucking tackles and a pass defend for a total of 43 points. Somebody's going to need an ice bath. 7 other players also exceeded their expectations, and the others weren't far behind. This is what it looks like when your whole team steps up. Sure must be nice.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Jess had 7 total players beat their projection, like Buda Baker, who beat their projection by 12 points, and Juan Dale Robinson, who had Jameis Winston throwing to him, beating his projection by over 17 points. Yet Vents still managed to pull away by almost 18 points. It's okay, Jess. You'll get him next week.
That's so rough. Third highest playing the first highest. Well, like, what do you do? I mean, it's just your luck, you know. That's that's fantasy for you.
Yeah.
We love it and we hate it. Oh man, we love it and we hate it. Oh, can't can't live without it.
Yeah, it was 1 versus 3 and 2 versus 4.
Yeah, that's. Hmm. But hey, Jameis Winston, I didn't even get into that. Boy, how much do I love that guy? That guy is
Ah,
gold. He is gold. Like,
he's fun to
he
watch when he's
hasn't
not your
earned
quarterback.
himself a starting. Like, I want to watch. He needs a starting job somewhere next year. I think
Oh,
if he didn't earn it already in this last week, like he should have earned it. Like he's
we
got it somewhere.
we definitely should have put that in the news.
Mhm.
Jameis Winston says he wants to play, and he's put it out there that he's willing to be a tight end as well.
Mhm.
He wants some of that Taysom Hill action.
Yeah, double points. I like it.
Yeah.
I always think of
I mean,
myself as an athlete, he says.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, hey, he brings a culture himself, and what he does and how he just his. I love his press conferences. They just put a smile on your face, do they not? Just the way he talks.
He's a fun guy.
He really is. You know, he
Fun
really
guy,
is.
sticking on each team, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. And in our final battle of the evening, the victorious Valkyries defeated Arjuna's Warriors 232.17 to 231.48. A .69 heartbreak. Yep. Tragic. In the
Wow.
closing clash of the night, we witnessed yet another high-scoring bloodbath, a duel between the fifth and sixth highest of the entire scores of the week. Two Titans swung for the heavens, and Richard fell short by .69 to get his third win of the season. The fantasy gods have jokes. This one wasn't a failure. This wasn't a collapse. This was a heartbreaking .69 loss in one of the tightest battles of the year. The Valkyries ascend to 8-4. Lamar Jackson 7.62. We
Oh,
talked
that's
about how
rough.
many quarterbacks really kind of just shit the bed this week, right? Not a great
He's
day.
got to be playing hurt, man. He's got to be playing hurt.
Yeah, they're not saying, but I mean they're running the ball with everybody else but him, right? So,
Yeah.
but the rest of her roster picked up and slung him over the shoulders like they were marching into Valhalla. The standouts: Dikey with 38.2, returned to God mode like he never left. Tyler Warren with 13 points, racking it up like he's a veteran. God, he's having such a great rookie year. Jonathan Taylor, look at him showing mortal numbers, 11.8. And when the offense faltered, her defensive unit went full berserk. Speaking of Morig, we didn't even put him in we didn't talk about his suspension before he put up 14 points before leaving the game with a suspension. Got a
Yeah.
suspension for kicking
j-
someone.
junk punching Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, we'll get back
Is
to that.
it?
I want to finish. Yeah, I want to finish. I want to get back onto Jawan because yeah, I got ideas on that. Anyway, Tyson Campbell, 24 points. Marcus Jones, 29.65. And Zach Bond, 19 points. Chas didn't win because one of her heroic performances. She won because the whole army marched. On the other side, Richard had 4 single-digit performers buried beneath the rubble, but the explosions this team delivered were unreal. Jameer Gibbs, 64.4. This man in the Lions offense and possibly half their city infrastructure. Jacoby Brissett, 22.28. Arizona had an actual quarterback, not a Call of Duty quarterback. Devontae Adams, 22.2. Old man still has it, even though he beat the Buccaneers for it, motherfucker. Richard's squad fought like hell, scored over 230 points, and still took the L. A .69 loss after dropping a 231 points. That's not a defeat. That's a cosmic prank. And now, 2-10, the Warriors march bravely toward their first pick of the 2026 draft. Congratulations, Chas. Now 8-4, and proving the Valkyries don't win with flash. They win with a whole battalion. Richard, you may have fallen, but when you lose by .69, the universe is clearly building a comeback for you. Keep swinging. That first pick is looking kind of nice. All right, you guys take over.
All right. What do we find in the treasure chest, bro?
All right. Offensive award of the week goes to Emmanuel Wilson, scoring 35.1 points for Jose. And the defensive player award, the DP, Jermaine Pratt by Vince for 43 points.
Yeah, that's
Dang.
ridiculous.
That is nuts. 20 tackles. That is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, and what? Back to what we were talking about, the suspension. So Jawan getting kicked in the balls by him.
Punched.
No, Jawan punched him back. Did
No,
he punch him in the balls?
No, Morgan punched him in the
He-
balls.
Okay, punch in the balls.
He dropped down to his knees and went whack.
Oh my god, it's a Mortal Kombat move.
No,
He sure
yeah.
did.
It's like the end
A
of
Mortal
failure to
Kombat
launch,
move.
right? You know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That's exactly it. Good job, Daniel.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, the thing I read said he kicked him. Okay, so he got down and punched him. Okay, well, I mean, and then I guess Jennings went up after the game and hit him in the head. So
Yeah.
gotta love it. See that the fact that it was a separate altercation, you went up after him and hit him, I'd suspend them both.
Yeah.
Because that's a separate. You went up to him and hit him separately. If it was in the same incident, you might have gotten away with it. But
Yep.
Oh yeah. I
And
agree.
after he punched you in it, if you took it out and slapped him across the face, you think you should get a pay raise. But at that point, it's just not. Don't retaliate after the fact. It's over.
you walked up to him after the game. Yeah, you deserve a
Yeah.
suspension. They're only going to throw a fine at him. I think it should just be a suspension. So.
I agree with that. Now, if he started tackling him and punching him, it would be debatable. But I agree with you. I think that since he retaliated at the end of the game, he should be suspended.
Yeah, Shanahan has his back though. He's like, man, I am surprised he didn't even go all out on him after getting hit like that. So that's what Shanahan had to say in the press conference, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I agreed. If it's a crime of passion, then there's some leeway, but no, not later.
No, not when you waited till the game was over. That was meditated and thought upon. You thought about hitting him for a whole hour.
Yeah. It's 2 seconds after you walked away the first time.
Yep, exactly. So, on to our Loki's Lucky Finds.
Oh, we did that already. We were on to the battles.
Oh, did we? I'm sorry. I walked away for a sec. Okay. On to our battles. I'm sorry. I didn't count out our pick'ems for last week, so I'll edit them in for next week.
It's okay. I won.
Oh, I was
1-6. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I probably.
I know. I picked Jess wrong. I know that much. So that's one against me.
I think I actually did decent because I know I didn't pick. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into it. So
I just suspect I suck every week. So
let's.
All right.
I think we're all pretty average. We're all pretty close. We have picked something different, but we seem to be really close to each other. So anyway, let's see how we all do this week, and let's pick them. So
first battle: Plague of Anubis, John versus Hercules' huge sock, Vince. Projections seemed a little lopsided, and we all choose Vince.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not
Using
an
the juju.
idiot. I'm not an idiot. I
That's
tried this last week with the whole pick against myself, and it didn't work. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go, just truth. It hurts a little less when I win the pick 'em. So
yeah.
All right. Next battle: Jose's Copper Belt Soldiers versus Ray's the Hail Marys. We got Ray across the board.
Yep.
yeah, but it's really because I want Jose to win, so I'm picking Ray. So don't take my pick and misconstrue what I'm going at here.
With
Ah,
our
gotcha.
powers combined, John, because we keep picking
Yeah.
him when he
Oh, see,
loses.
yeah, you're going with what I'm going. Yeah, because I pick Jose and he loses, so I'm like, all right, I want
Yeah.
Jose to win. I got to go against him. All right.
So funny. Next battle: Varith Ali's Varathragna's Vengeance versus Robbie's Anake's Temple of BDSM, or did his name
Mhm.
change?
No, that's it.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the new name. That's the new name. That was
That is the new name.
yeah, that is the new name. We get to deal with the Temple of BDSM. So, and I am gonna pick the Temple. I'm gonna pick the Temple, and not just because I'm picking against Ali. Just I know you listen to this. It's not everything's about you, buddy. Although
The last
I am picking against him though. So.
the last 2 weeks, Robbie has been crushing.
Well, it's
So
not been well. It's crushing because they're like big battles where it's like high score versus low score. But really, it's been two people that just go lay on a platter in front of them and say, "Eat me," you know.
hey, that's that. But he's won the same fashion in the past two
True.
weeks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I expect a third person to lay down in front of them and say ritual sacrifice. So.
Well, I'll pick Ali, and if that happens, I'll still be happy.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. All right.
I'm picking Vengeance on the Temple as well. I'm taking Ali. All
Mhm.
right. Next battle: Martin's I'm an Aztec Warrior versus Mario's Mighty Bastones.
Oh.
Ooh, going
You
Mario.
know, I have a question mark because I didn't. I have to look at this matchup.
Yeah, that won't help you. I went over it
No.
several times and went, sure, I'll pick me. it's
I
it,
like
it
that. I like
it could
that.
go either way.
It very much could. Yeah, because Miles Garrett either has like 2 points or 40 points. So yeah,
Historically, I score higher than him,
historically
but
he's there.
I have had a couple of those outliers, and I'd love to continue the rest of the season and go, that little guy, I wouldn't worry about that little guy,
Yeah,
but it's more
but
than
this,
one.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You know, and Martin's been doing pretty good the last few
He
weeks.
has.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta have some. I gotta back our resident raider, just because no one is, and I don't know why I'm doing it now that I think about that. Like, why would I back the raider?
Oh, because it's an orphan team right now. You've got a soft
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, not for the Raiders though. Nah, not for the Raiders. That's what's making me question my thoughts. But no, I'm gonna go Martin. I'm gonna go Martin here.
All right. 2-1. All right. Next battle: Allen's Owl Formation versus Uncle Richard's Arjuna's Warriors.
I
Hmm.
think he's up. I think it's Richard's time.
I agree.
Ooh, I went with Allen. I think those owls have got to get right. But you're right. I would see. I could see it going either way.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's Richard's
Oh,
time.
all right.
I'm
Next
with Richard
battle:
as well.
my Apache Gorillas versus Jess's Team the One.
Ooh, okay.
Jess across the board. Understandable.
You've been playing well, and I wanted to pencil your name in here, but yeah, I think it's a get right game for Jess. I think she's just gonna
Oh, get right.
It's a
Yeah,
get right game.
Yeah, she's getting right from second place or third place.
yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
but she had a loss. I mean, it's a to
she
have
keeps
a
playing people who just edge a little bit higher, which Daniel was
mm,
facing at the beginning of the season. Now it's her
mm,
turn, so she could lose by a small margin again.
it's
Or
possible.
yeah, we'll see.
All right. Next battle: Chas's victorious Valkyries against Uncle Robert's saving Ryan's privates.
He sure is saving them.
Yeah, Mario. I don't know if it's the game day trade or the draft day trade or what, but this guy, this team is just gifted this glorious. It's some kind of voodoo fucking magic because he's scoring well, but he's also every time he plays like. It's not like, hey, he's playing a bad team. It's, hey, look, he's playing second place. And then they're like, bam, you just had the fucking lowest score of the season thrown at you. And he's like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, something's going on. We need to look into this.
With his scores, he's usually totally beatable, but
Mm.
he doesn't get beat.
He's known for getting the Spartan Shield or, back in the day, the Blue Balls. Something shady's going on here.
He picks the right high leverage people, and so Burrow's coming back too.
Yeah,
and he's been in his IR for a while. That's what's gonna be a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's got to drop something, so that's okay. I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that to happen. So, all right, awesome. There's our matchups for week 13. We'll see how those go. Thanks for marching with us. Tune in next week to witness who conquers, who claims the glory, and who is cast down, banished into the pit. Another chapter etched into the halls of Valhalla. Until next time, stand ready, mortals. The gods have spoken.
The gods have spoken. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a realm where legends rise and dreams collide, a council gathers with power as their guide. Jonathan the strategist with wisdom's might, Mario and Daniel warriors ready to ignite. Thunder roars, lightning cracks the sky, electric strings sing a battle cry. In this arena of fantasy and lore, the gods